and welcome to Saucy Cat. My name is Connor, and to celebrate a brand new year full of brand new recipes, we'd like to look back at some of our favorite ones that you may have missed. So let's start off with 3 of my favorite vegan desserts. Let's dive in. First, let's get personal with some vegan key lime pies. Every good pie starts with a crust, so bust out a food processor and throw in some coconut sugar and melted vegan butter, along with a sleeve of graham crackers. The brand I use has 9 crackers per sleeve. Let the food processor do its thing until you have something similar to a wet sand. Now take out a muffin tin and put a cupcake foil into each hole. Put in a scoop of the crust into each foil and pack it flat so it's nice and dense. Throw it into a 300-degree oven for around 10 minutes and put it in the fridge to cool down. Now for the moment you've been waiting for, the filling. Clean out your food processor and add key lime juice, sugar, coconut cream, and the zest of half a lime. For the part that makes this creamy and delicious, avocado. Give that a good blend and make sure to scrape off the side so everything gets as smooth as possible. Once that is as creamy as it can be, take out your crust and scoop in the key lime mix into each of the foils. I recommend doing a little bit at a time to ensure they all get an even amount. Put that back into the fridge for around 2 hours and then let's plate this dish. All the joy of a pie in a little tiny bite. Our avocado gives the filling a nice creamy texture, but the key lime definitely dominates the flavor.
Next up, some easy peasy vegan banana bars. Let's start off with 2 large bowls. In the first one, add flour, baking powder, and baking soda. Add a tiny bit of salt and give it a mix. In the other bowl goes softened vegan butter and sugar. I usually let it sit on the counter for a couple minutes so the butter softens up. Use a hand mixer to cream the butter and sugar into a cohesive mixture. If you don't have a hand mixer, have no fear. You can use a fork or spatula to mix it by hand, but it's going to be a lot harder. Now add in vanilla extract and blend that into the butter before moving on to the star of the show, bananas. 4 big ol' ripe bananas. Plop those bad boys into the bowl and give them a good mash, then begin to blend them into the butter. Once our sugared banana butter is nice and creamy, pour in the flour. Do not use the hand mixer yet, trust me on this one. Instead, let's spoon the banana mixture over the flour and incorporate them by hand. Once the majority of flour has been wetted and stirred in, then you can finish with the hand mixer. Time for baking. Grab a medium-sized greased baking pan. I don't know the exact dimensions of my dish. My guess is about 13 by 9 inches. The mix should be about 1.5 to 2 inches deep. Plop that into a 350-degree oven and bake for 25 to 35 minutes. It'll take more or less time to fully bake depending on how deep your pan is. Once you reach the 25-minute mark, do a toothpick poke test every 5 minutes until it comes out clean. Mine usually needs a solid 30 minutes. Remove the banana bars from the oven. You can call it done if you wish, but I got one more thing I just have to add. Powdered sugar. Go ahead and sprinkle some of that on top once it's cooled. Believe me, it is worth it. Our banana bars are now cool to the touch, so cut them into, well, bars, and let's plate this dish. Now I choose banana bread, and you can have this. I love these. These are so moist and delicious, and there's a lot of really good sweetness both from the sugar and of course our bananas.
Finally, grab your ice cream and we'll make a vegan cherry crumble. Get out a medium-sized pan and set it on medium-high. Toss in some vegan butter and let that melt completely. Now add in flour and oats. And then to make this more desserty, we're going to add in some brown sugar and vanilla extract. Combine everything on the heat until you have these kind of awkward clumps. Keep mixing them on the heat for another 5 minutes or so until they get a little darker in color. Get out a small baking dish and lightly spray it down with some oil. Then add in about 3/4 of our dough and smash it flat. We don't want this crumble going everywhere, so this will act as a base. Now that we got the crumble ready, let's grab those frozen Door County cherries. Add those on top of our dough and spread them out evenly. Add the rest of the dough to the pan and try your best to evenly distribute it across the top, and then toss into a 350-degree oven for 45 minutes. Now that time's up, let's serve this with some ice cream and plate this dish. Now there's no beating Door County cherries. Our crumble is really nice and sweet, and it pairs perfect with the tartness of the cherries. Plus, it goes perfect with ice cream. Well, that is going to do it for today. I want to thank you so much for watching. Let me know what are some of your favorite desserts in the comments down below. Like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time on Saucy Cat.